Fuck your sadness. Fuck your sadness. This video is not for sensitive people. I don't care what you've been through. Don't care what you're going through. Don't care what you're afraid of. I don't care. You either want to do something about it or you don't. So feel free to blue skidoo along. So now you can either move on or dwell. And this video is not for the dwellers. We don't dwell in sadness. It's energy. It's an emotion. Energy in motion. Sadness. Yeah. So if you feel sad, what can you do with that emotion? Because if you don't do anything with that emotion, which a lot of people really don't, it's going to linger. Your body keeps memories. Your body stores emotions. People forget that the subconscious mind isn't just in your brain. It's also in your body. So, when you allow emotions to linger and don't actually do something with them, it drains your energy. If you feel like you don't have the energy to do anything, you've allowed something to drain your energy. It really is that simple. You've allowed something to drain your energy. Unless, of course, it's something that you can't always control, okay? I've had my energy drained, okay, from something that was beyond my control. But I was able to utilize the energy that I did have. And now I'm gaining more energy because it was hopefully just a passing phase. But I will reveal all of that in time. But it wasn't from sadness, okay? When you feel sad, it drains you. It drains your life force. It causes you to spiral. It makes you feel like you're not in control. But you really are. You don't have to listen to your thoughts. You don't have to listen to I don't want to say like you don't have to listen to your emotions, because I do feel like you should address them. And you definitely should. Otherwise, it lingers, you'll spiral, makes it more difficult. You lose awareness with your energy. You lose consciousness. There's a lot of things in life that you miss out on when you are sad, when you keep that emotion within you, and anger too, but you do miss out on a lot. But the good news is you can actually do something about it. Your energy is not going to be drained forever. And that's what I told myself whenever I was resting and relaxing. And I know it's a passing phase. I know it's not going to last forever. I know it's just because of something that I couldn't help. So it's not the end. It's not the end of the world. What you feel, it's not the end of the world. Definitely isn't. And you definitely shouldn't give up. You are here for a reason. You have been chosen to be here for a reason. There are things in life that are fated. And I have plenty of experiences to back that up as to why I believe in that. But here are some techniques that you can actually do to help you. Here are things that you can do to help you. The thing with self-mastery is that you have to try it and test it on yourself. You have to be the one who observes, the one who analyzes, the one that comes to a conclusion. You have to do it on yourself. So, people love journaling, okay? Some people like ranting and raving to others. Some people like crying to get the sadness out, to get the emotion out. But journaling, instead of saying everything that's going on, why do you feel sad? What about the situation is making you feel sad? What about the past is making you feel sad? Why? And keep asking yourself why until you get to the root cause of why you actually feel sad. What emotion from childhood is it triggering? What event from childhood is it triggering? Like, what is going on? You have to assess that. Well, you should. And if you can't get to like the root cause of it, come back to it. Try it again when you're not forcing the answer. So you don't need like an actual journal. You can grab a piece of paper. And I don't really gratitude journaling isn't my go-to whenever I'm angry or sad. It's really not. So instead of that, do a love rampage. You can even listen to one. But grab a sheet of paper and write down everything that you love. You love breathing. If you've ever been suffocated, you know that you like breathing, okay? If you've ever had anything wrong with your organs, you know that you love it when they work perfectly fine. But you don't need to experience illness to know that you love being healthy. You don't need to experience feeling fat to know that you love being healthy. And not fat in like a not in the way society perceives fat, but the feeling of being so fucking full that you just want to like roll out and you don't want to do anything, and it gives you like the fatigue and you just want to take a nap. Right. And yes, I do think before I speak, so I was trying to not offend people, because there are some fat people that actually do enjoy eating and being a bigger size. I don't see anything wrong with that as long as they don't have any health issues. Cool. You don't need to be skinny to have a higher consciousness. So, love rampage. What do you love? If you love being fat, write that down. If you love being skinny, write that down. You love the trees, the birds, the bees. They all have their fucking part. You love the ecosystem. You love the microsystem. You probably don't. Anyways, what's your favorite animal? You love animals. Most people do, unless you're, psychotic. But even psychopaths love animals, okay? Well, some psychopaths prefer not to even harm animals, okay? But there are a lot of things that you love, so rampage about that. You love being able to walk, you love having feet, you love having hands. You love having ears, there's a lot of things that you do love. There's a lot of things that you would fucking hate the disappearance of. Like if it just vanished off the face of the earth, you would fucking hate it, okay? You love that you can drive to work and you don't have to fucking walk, you don't have to take the bus. And even if you do have to take the bus, and even if you do have to walk, at least you can fucking make it there. So, try to look on the bright side of things. And I think that's what gratitude journaling tries to get people to do, but when you don't really feel very grateful, it's hard to be like, oh, I'm so happy and grateful for, you know, my fucking feet. I really don't want to be walking with these bitches anyways. But anyways. Yes. Exercise is still the #1 cure for depression. Exercise. Okay, I hope you're writing these things down because you can actually experience these things and see how they work for you. Try all of them. But walking. Walk for like a good 15 to 30 minutes. I know if I feel a little bit under the weather, not in a sick kind of way, but not at my baseline, I know it takes me like a 30-minute good walk to return to baseline. So, I don't care if you're just dragging your ass and dragging your fucking feet, walk. Move your body, okay? I'm not telling you to do yoga and breathe through it because that doesn't actually help when you feel sad and when you feel angry and upset about shit. That has never helped me at all, and that's not advice I give others, okay? But of course, if it helps you return to center and breathe and do the sacred geometry, because that's what yoga is using your body to create sacred symbols and stuff like that. And you can work with your chakras and all that, but when you're sad, you don't really give a shit about all that. That it should not be your focus. Returning back to baseline should be your focus, okay? Vitamin B, vitamin D, your magnesium, okay? Look into these things. Your electrolytes, drinking plenty of water. Water is very essential for your body, so yes, definitely drink water. If you don't like the taste of water, because I know some people just don't like the fucking taste of water, which water does taste differently, but anyways, body armor is very good too. Body armor, I haven't tried the IV body armor, but body armor does help you restore electrolytes and water, coconut water too. But I don't like coconuts, so I don't do that one. Fast. That's just like listening to your body, knowing what your body needs. Intuitive eating, stuff like that. Making sure you actually take care of yourself. Your body will let you know. But a lot of people don't actually tune into their body, and they ignore the signals and the communication that their body's trying to tell them. So, and when you're less aware, this is one of those things that when you are less aware, you don't pick up on them. You don't pick up on all these things because you have less energy, less consciousness. You're less aware of these things. Okay? You could be getting a signal from your guides and you're just not fucking picking it up on because you're so wrapped up in the problem that the solution is staring at your face and you're not even seeing it. Your RAS is oblivious, okay? But anyways, fast from everything. Everything. Your phone, your TV, people, shopping. I know people have a shopping addiction. From food, from soda, from anything that you feel has sway over you. And really connect with yourself. Connect with what you want. Connect with your purpose. Talk to yourself. You determine your direction in your life. You have the free will to choose. You have the free will to choose how you navigate situations and how you navigate your life moment to moment. You're never stuck, and you always have the options to choose. And you have a lot of options, okay? You just, maybe you do lack awareness to see them. But like I said, it's not the end of the world, and you can always change it. You can always turn things around. In my last video, I talked about a bobber. Like if you have your, the red and white fishing bobber, how it just rests on the surface of the water. But if something pulls it down, it'll go down. So whenever you feel your energy drained and being pulled under, that's the bobber going under the water. But baseline is you, the bobber, you floating on the water, right? So sadness is one of those emotions that will fucking feel like it's pulling you under. It's drowning you. And what are you gonna do? You gonna swim to the surface? You gonna do something about it? Or you just gonna fucking wallow in the water and allow yourself to drown? So do anything you can to feel relief, to get the breath of fresh air, the sigh of relief, it's really like a breath of relief, but when you feel your vagus nerve actually relax, when you feel your system and your body relax, return to baseline first and foremost. Whenever you feel sad, return to baseline. If you are depressed, keep doing these things for 30 days. Laugh a lot, play a lot. If you don't know how to play, learn how to play. Go rake up the leaves, fucking jump in them. Whatever you like to do as a child, do that. If you loved swimming, if you loved making mud pies, if you loved climbing trees, okay? Sit by a tree, talk to the tree. Roll around in the grass. I don't know if you have snow where you live. Thankfully I don't, because I don't like the cold. Yeah. Make a snowman. If you love snow, I know you like snowmobiles, and if you like ice fishing, all of that stuff, all of the cold adventures, and do that then. If that's what brings you happiness, then do that. It's not you versus you. Work with yourself. Work with yourself. I took notes because I definitely wanted to get this video out. I felt like all of my energy that was depleted from, not sadness, right? But from like something that I couldn't control. I felt like all of the energy just hit me this morning. So at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I've been up, it's like 5:30 now. Yeah. So anyways, do anything you can to feel better, to return to baseline. Write these things down, okay? Sift and sort what you can do. Return to baseline, because like I said, it's hard to be grateful whenever you just feel like shit. So there's a lot that you can do. And then when you return to baseline, you can focus on solutions. You can brainstorm, focus on solutions. You can allow many solutions to come to you. What you focus on in life is what you get. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So whatever you are constantly thinking, you are pouring your energy into that. And a lot of people, their energy is drained simply from overthinking. So if you haven't found the off switch to your brain, fast from everything. From everything that you can, wipe it all away. Sit in stillness. Actually learn to love yourself at your core. Your darkest parts, your light parts, all of the above. Your quirks, anything and everything. Learn to love all of what you have experienced. From experiences, you have learned what you like and what you don't like. So there's no need to be upset about it. So, know yourself. Write these down. Know yourself. Work it out. Figure it out. I know sometimes my brain needs to reset, and that's how I can reset my thoughts, is just by taking a nap. And you have a lunch break, so even if you work a 9 to 5, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, you have a lunch break. I would rather reset my mind than eat. Okay? And yes, you can use your timer so you're not afraid of waking up. You can set an alarm. So don't make excuses. Look at your excuses if you do make them. Look at your excuses. Usually you can find a solution through your excuses. That's the paradox of it all. If you look at your excuses, you can usually find a solution in there. I mean, that's what I like to do. What thoughts am I having around this? Usually the solution is somewhere in there. Like good thoughts, bad thoughts, everything in between. The excuses, like I haven't been getting much work done because I have been fucking drained and I've been feeling nauseous because of that something like I can't fucking control, but I can control when I do use my time, and I can control my thoughts around it. So that in itself is a solution. Utilizing the energy that I have. Knowing myself well enough. So, know yourself well enough. Change your perspective on the issue, on whatever is making you feel sad or upset. Try looking at it differently. You can also draw, actually. Add that to the list too. Drawing. Even if you suck at drawing, you can draw the problem, right? And then try to like look at it differently. Or just draw a funny solution, even if it's wild. This person just got yeeted off a cliff, you know? Who cares? Draw it, okay? I don't care if it's stick figures. I don't care if you're like the best artist in the world. If it makes you laugh, then it did its job. Return to baseline so you can move on. And this is something that you can do anytime you feel sad. Emotions come and go, but you actually should do something with that emotion. A lot of people do turn their pain into passion. A lot of people do turn pain into and create something from that energy. So, what is the issue? Is it your body being addicted to all the shitty chemicals that you've been feeding it? And not food-wise, but yes, that too. But also, if your mind is constantly repeating and ruminating on the issue and fueling your body with the chemicals that your body is now addicted to, or just called like, depression, then decide that you are going to stop that. Decide that you're gonna fucking stop and actually do something about it. Are you gonna allow yourself to drown? Are you gonna give up? Because you have a lot of life to live. I felt And I don't care if you have 6 months, okay? I might have 6 months to live. And I'm not even sad about it. I'm not even upset about it. Utilize the time that you have. This whole year, it just started, and it feels like I've already lived a whole year inside of January. And I have to remind myself it's just February. But it feels like I've lived an entire year. But that's a different conversation, because time is experienced and lived differently once you have heightened senses and awareness. So which kind of reminds me, actually, because when you feel like the day is dragging on, you still are aware of time. You have awareness in that feeling of sadness and that feeling of you just want the day to move on. There's still awareness there. There's still consciousness there. You might not pick up on everything, but you are still aware. You're still aware of your sadness, okay? You're still aware of that emotion. And now you can be aware of it and do something about it. Return to baseline and then build from there. Baseline is like a neutral feeling. Like, I feel fine, you know? And then it's like a peaceful feeling. Allow yourself to feel peace. Allow yourself to feel this peace and stillness underneath it all. But that does take fasting from a lot of things, even your own thoughts, even your own emotions. But I do want everyone to feel peace, because it's fucking nice. It feels great. If you haven't experienced it before, you definitely should. So I wrote like 2 pages. Hold on, let me read the last page. Yep, do it for 30 days, especially if you're depressed. If it's just like a feeling that you can't really get through, that it's been like a few days, still do it. Change your patterns instead of being controlled by them. Focus on the solutions, and solutions will definitely come, because what you focus on expands. On that note, have a great fucking day. You already chose to watch this video. You already chose to stick to the end. You're choosing to do something with your life. Give yourself credit, at least, for that. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here.